My Lord and my God, I firmly believe that you are here, that you see me, that you hear me. I adore you with profound reverence. I ask you for pardon for my sins and grace to make this time of prayer fruitful. My Mother Immaculate, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.
There are 6 days left until Easter, and Jesus came home today. It has been an unforgettable day. My sister Martha and I have prepared a special menu. My brother Lazarus, being the eldest, is the host, and the house is packed with people. Yesterday, Jesus entered Jerusalem amidst cheering and singing, riding on a donkey. But in the midst of all the commotion, I didn't see Jesus smile as much as before. Something is troubling him these days. Yesterday, when he entered the temple, he had to chase the sellers and merchants out of God's holy place. He was knocking over the money changers' tables, scaring the animals away with the crack of his whip. I had never seen Jesus so indignant. I was really impressed. Anyway, he finished the day totally exhausted and came, as he usually does, to rest in Bethany. Here he is always at ease among friends. Here he knows he is loved, and we know he loves us. Everything else, what does it matter? But I'm worried, because I see him worried. My heart has been in sync with his heart for some time now. Since we cried together when my brother Lazarus died, in fact. Since then, I can only smile when he smiles, and cry when he cries. That's what happens when you love those who love you. I don't think he cares much about those who want to get rid of him, those who want to make him make a mistake, to fall. Jesus has never been concerned about them. No, I think he's concerned not about those who are after him, but about those who follow him. He's worried about Peter, who is sometimes weak and unreliable, and for John, because he's young and may not be able to stand the pressure. But yesterday I noticed how he looked at Judas, and I saw him sad. I don't know what's wrong with Judas. Something is not right. I tried to talk to him, to ask him how he was, but he didn't even look at me, to be honest. It was as if he was uncomfortable talking to me. And I don't know what's wrong with Jesus. He looks like he's begging for affection with his beautiful eyes. That's why I started to think about how to comfort him. But what can a human soul do to console God? Love. A soul can love God for those who do not love him. Give for those who do not give. Comfort for those who don't comfort. Encourage for those who discourage. Be there for those who are not. Listen for those who do not listen. And speak for those who do not talk. I have to do something, I thought. I had a bottle of perfume, a very expensive one that I've kept for years. And when I say expensive, I mean it. It cost a fortune. Pure nard. Almost a litre. It was probably worth an entire year's wages. No one has ever given anything like that to Jesus. And I thought maybe I could give him this. But it occurred to me that if I gave him the bottle, what would Jesus do with it? Maybe he wouldn't even use it. Maybe he would give it to someone. I know that he goes from place to place without hand luggage. No, I couldn't give him the bottle. I thought I'd better perfume him myself. With a few drops, the scent would probably remain for several days. But how can I give God just a few drops? No, he had to use it all. Maybe Jesus would have preferred me to share it, but no, I wanted to give it all to him. It had to be all for him. How could I share what I wanted to give to God? We should give God everything. Otherwise, it's better not to give it at all. God doesn't want the leftovers. Now that perfume was like the love of my heart. I can't give God a few drops, a part, or even almost everything. I had to give him absolutely everything. But then it also occurred to me that Jesus might try to stop me. Maybe because someone could get scandalized. And yet, what does it matter what people think? Everyone can give God whatever they want. I kept thinking, but what if someone tried to stop me? Or what if I was tempted to keep a little bit for myself? Some dregs to scrape out of the jar when Jesus had gone. After all, a few drops could last for weeks. But no, I said to myself, I had resolved to give it all, and I was going to give it all. And that's why it occurred to me that I should break the jar, so there could be no turning back. If I say I give it all, I give it all. There was no plan B. I wasn't going to try to get back some of what I had given. I wasn't going to haggle over a few drops. To God, I will always give everything. Otherwise, it's better not to give at all. Well, that's what I had planned this afternoon. And so that's what I did. I went in the room while they were all eating. Soon people realised that I had prepared something special for Jesus, and they became quiet. And in the midst of that silence, I prostrated myself at his feet and broke the jar. But then I realised that, with the rush, I had forgotten to take a cloth with me, and the perfume began to spill everywhere. Thank goodness I reacted quickly. With my hair, I began to collect the oil and anoint Jesus' feet. He was smiling. You should have seen his face. He was beaming with joy, and so was I. Many others were smiling too. It was an incredible moment, unforgettable. I was over the moon at the feet of Jesus. But soon the enchantment of the moment was interrupted. Judas complained. No one else had said anything, but Judas could not keep quiet. "Why such a waste?" he said. "Waste? Can you believe it?" Judas thought it was a waste to give everything to God. He had even calculated the price of my perfume. "Why was this perfume not sold for 300 denarii and the money given to the poor?" he said. 300 denarii? How mean. Judas, he knows the price of everything, but the value of nothing. But anyway, the interruption lasted a few seconds. Jesus remained there, smiling at me, and he told them all that he liked what I had done. Soon we were all happy again and enjoying the moment. Everyone, that is, except Judas. And me, I was delighted at the feet of Jesus. And so I will always be. It will always be like this. Those who know how to give everything to God are happy to make Him happy. And those who are always calculating stay in a corner grumbling, because it bothers them that the rest of us are generous with God. Those who are stingy are heavy at heart, and so they sink. And for those of us who give our all, our heart makes us fly with joy.
We give you thanks, my God, for the good resolutions, affections, and inspirations you have communicated to me in this meditation. I ask you for help to put them into effect. My Mother Immaculate, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.